What is up, everybody? Fortexfiend here. Welcome back again to the channel. You guys know what time it is. It is time to ask the question. Should you be pulling on the upcoming banner that is stated to go live very soon today for SD Gundam G Generation Eternal? I actually got a chance to take a look at the details that they've teased on their official X account, and boy oh boy, these units are quite something, and that's to be expected because this is the start of the half anniversary celebration. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it, starting with Unicorn Gundam Destroy Mode Awakened. So they're teasing the Shield Funnel EX. This is a support type unit. The details are equipped with an EX weapon that decreases enemy defense by 25%. I'm pretty sure that's at level 1, so this should shoot up to 35 or 30% at max. And then it also has an ability that decreases enemies awakened by 50% when taking damage from a special weapon. So it has some sort of form of mitigation, which is crazy, reducing awakened type damage. So anytime awakened type damage is incoming from this unit or against this unit, it's going to be decreasing that. So that's pretty cool that it has that built-in mitigation specifically from awakened damage. So really cool. I really like that. I think that this unit is going to be really strong, and we're going to start to see a shift in the quote-unquote meta, because right now we already know what's killing it. You know, one-shot killer, lightning fast, unstoppable, Saikamu. Those are some of the tags that you see often. So with this one coming out, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be part of Ace unit because of the ship that's also teased on this, it's going to definitely cause a shift in that that quote-unquote meta that we're talking about. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and talk about the pilot now, which is Banagher Lynx, a support type pilot. So when he's piloting his own unit and his vigor is supercharged or higher, take a look at this. It has an ability that grants an additional support attack, counter support, up to a maximum of 3. Oh boy. So he can support or counter attack up to 3 times. That is pretty dope. He's the only pilot right now, and the first pilot that we're going to be getting to be doing this. Later down the line, we're probably going to be seeing this, but right now, this definitely puts him up above the other support pilots. And also, when he's piloting his own unit, he has an ability that improves decreased defense weapon effects by 5%. So if his defense down debuff is at 35% at max level, that gets an additional 5%, so that's a 40% defense reduction, which is pretty awesome. So right now, he's pretty impressive as a support pilot, and I'm thinking, ooh, where am I going to use my UR gears right now? Because I have some saved up, because I do want both of these units, specifically more Burning Gundam, but this one is really tempting. He's really strong, so definitely a very strong support pilot. I think he's great. He can support up to 3 times, which is fantastic. Okay, the star of the show, in my opinion, is going to be Burning Gundam EX. Very excited for this. His attack is called Shuffle Alliance Attack EX. So his EX weapon has a power of 6,900. Now, if that is at base, that is going to be pretty insane if it shoots up more than that. However, the MP cost is at 5. So it looks like your MP needs to be at 5 or higher to have access to this. And it increases his weapon power the closer you are to the enemy, up to a 15% boost. So if 6,900 is base at level 1, and if it gets even higher than that at base at max, and you apply that 15% boost, this unit is likely going to have the strongest single target special attack in the game. And I cannot wait to see when this unit actually goes live. He also has an ability that increases own attack by 15% when vigor is max or higher, so we're stacking more and more attack. And lastly, check this out. It has an ability that reduces damage taken by 30% when an enemy attacks from 4 spaces away or more. So right now in the game, ranged attacks are definitely much better, or a lot better for positioning and just overall better in general when it comes to dealing damage, right, for your damage dealers. But take a look at this. So now when he's being attacked, or when this unit is being attacked by 4 spaces or more, it's going to get a damage reduction. So it has a form of mitigation, which is awesome. So it's encouraging the enemy to want to get up close, but then when it's up close, it's going to get hit with this really strong attack. So it's very powerful. I really like how they gave it that. So that way, because this is a melee-focused unit, it incentivizes you to want to get in close, because that way, it's pretty much like a tango, right? Like a close quarters combat kind of a thing. So very impressive unit for an attacker type. I'm very excited for it as well. Again, we're seeing a shift in the quote-unquote meta with these new units coming out, which is rightfully so for a half anniversary. Okay, so we got Domon here, which is going to be the pilot. So when he's piloting units with the Meikyo Kisui tag, he has an ability that increases MP by 6 and own reaction by 50% when the battle starts. That is insane. Wow. Very, very powerful. And he also has a character skill that increases his own melee by 25%. Melee-oriented unit, which rightfully so, he should have that. I'm hoping that they give him the MP increase and also some sort of like an attack increase. I have a feeling this unit is going to be all about attack, 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 which is, again, it makes sense seeing that this unit is melee focused. Kind of like when Master Gundam came out with Master Asia. The focus with that unit is not just attack, but with a lot of crit. So we're seeing something similar here, but definitely a whole lot more powerful because this is a limited time unit. So overall, very, very powerful pilot. I'm very excited for Domon to come out along with his Burning Gundam. Okay, next we're going to take a look at Gundam F91, which is the non-limited UR. So remember, this unit, when it leaves this banner at its rate up, it's going to be added to the future banner pool. So this is going to be our non-limited UR. It is a durability type unit, which is Gundam F91. As an EX weapon that decreases enemy special weapon power by 25%. Pretty standard. It's probably going to be higher than that, assuming that this is at level 1. Has move 5 and shield defense. Nice. I like that on a defender type unit. Also has an ability that increases own defense and mobility by 10% when vigor is max or higher. So I saw a lot of comments about this unit. They were confused as to why it's a defender type unit, and everyone's like, oh, maybe it's going to be some sort of like an evasion type, and it looks like that's what they're kind of going for here. But it does have mitigation in case it does take some damage. And then afterwards, its pilot is Seabrook Arno, so has an ability that increases own defense by 20% when using support defense. Okay, pretty standard. And also has a character skill that increases own accuracy and evasion by 25%. So he doesn't necessarily have sway, but does have a skill that increases accuracy and evasion. I'm hoping to see maybe some sort of like HP restoration type of a skill with this pilot as well. I think that would definitely be very helpful because they're kind of going for that evasion style, but we're just gonna have to see. But all in all, I think he's solid. I'm kind of concerned about the lack of double support defense, but we're just gonna have to see when this pilot does come out. Usually when they tease defense pilots, they usually will mention that, but they're not mentioning that one here. But all in all, I think this unit is gonna be pretty solid. And again, 3 URs featured, with this one being the non-limited. And finally, we're gonna be getting Otto Mitas and the Nahel Argama, which is the Londo Bell limited time supporter ship. This is gonna be focused on Ace unit. So just take a look at what Ace unit has. I took a look at it briefly in game. I saw units like Full Armor Gundam was on there. Gundam RX-78 was on there as well. More than likely, the units that are featured on this banner are going to be on there as well. So this is going to be giving a stat boost of 30%. Since this is a limited warship, it's going to be a little bit stronger than the standard UR warships. And it also does have HP restoration. So we're going to start to see, again, it looks like it might be a shift in the current meta. I do still think one-shot killer might have a slight advantage, and the only reason I say that is because there are some really strong units on there, such as Strike Freedom is on there, Sazabi is on there. There's some really, really strong units on there as well. However, we're just going to have to see, and we're going to have to see the rest of the kit that Unicorn and Burning Gundam specifically offer. But all in all, this banner is absolutely fantastic, and the question that we're asking, should you be pulling? Guys, it's a half anniversary. When it comes to these gacha games, there's always going to be a shift in like power creep and power and all that. And we're seeing that here. So if you have the diamonds saved up, I think this is a fantastic banner to pull on, especially whether you're a whale, whether you're a light spender or free to play. New players, if you guys are thinking about getting into this game, or if you're thinking about returning and starting a new account, you should absolutely pull for this banner. It's going to be very, very strong. It's going to give you a head start in starting the game. And as we've seen, they've been making a lot more improvements to the game now in terms of quality of life. We've been getting more diamonds, especially with like the story event. As we've seen with the last story event, we get like 3,000 diamonds just from clearing the hard stages. So they're hearing us out. So this is a fantastic time to start the game. I definitely think that it's a banner worth considering, especially if you have the resources. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you excited for these banners? Remember, I am streaming this when this event goes live. It's going to go live at 8 p.m. Pacific as of today upon the recording of this video. So if you guys are on Twitch or YouTube, you'll be tuning in there. Don't forget, I'll be giving away a $50 gift card to one lucky winner. That is going to be happening on my Twitch platform, so I encourage you guys to follow me there more so, as that's still my main streaming platform. But I'm very excited, as you can see. Hopefully you guys are excited. Again, let me know how you guys feel about this banner. I think it's strong. I think it's great. Love to see you all on my streams. Thank you again for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and stay blessed.